Hey, what do you say? It is the Run In Podcast. My name is Tommy Paradise.
It's showtime, folks. It's your boy DJ coming to you live here from the rafters.
You're rocking the It's Showtime shirt tonight. I see. I like that.
Yes.
I might have to get. I don't have that one. I don't have that shirt that is available over at prowrestlingtees.com/runinpod. I don't have that one yet. I don't even have the hey, what do you say yet?
You don't have that from prowrestlingtees.com?
No, I've got the video game one. I've got the Ninja Turtles one. I got the G.I. Joe one. And I got the Raw is War one. Or Run In Pod is War one. And I got a hoodie on the way because I was thinking about it and I was like, going to wait till Black Friday to order a hoodie. But then I said, you know what? I got that Blitzkrieg Pro show coming up on December 4th.
That's right.
I want to have that hoodie in my hands, on my body for that show. Rock it.
Why not?
Don't forget the Run In Podcast is brought to you by Figure Collections. Guys, head over to figurecollections.com/shop right now and make sure you grab the Bull Nakano and Hayabusa. The Bull Nakano and Hayabusa.
Yes.
Cella Retros. They're selling out.
Don't wait.
Is only a few left, Jack told me today. Let me see if I can give you the exact numbers here. He said he has less than 20 Hayabusa left, and Nakano is not far behind. So if you are thinking about those, definitely do it. Atom Bomb is up for pre-order on there as well. Dynamite Kid is up there for pre-order. Ethan Page up there for pre-order. And of course, you can use the code RUN10 to save yourself 10% at figurecollections.com/shop. And also make sure you check out youtube.com/figure collections because Jack has the complete history of the bone crunching action figures from Jack's up on his YouTube channel. Worth checking out. I watched all 3 episodes of it the other day, or all 3 parts.
Quite a walk down memory lane for me.
Yeah, it is some good stuff. As I just mentioned a little while ago, Blitzkrieg Pro, December 4th. It is a Saturday night, guys. Right here, right down the road from me in Enfield, Connecticut. It is Market Zero. We've got formerly known as Aiden English, Matthew Rewalt. I think that's how you say his last name. Taking on Max Caster because Dan Housen is hurt. Rachel Ellering will be there. Dan Housen will be there. He's still going to show up and do a meet and greet. Smart Mark Sterling from AEW also going to be there as well. Lots of stuff going on. Tickets went on sale at 8 p.m. this past Monday. Nice. And they're doing a toy drive while you're there. Bring an unwrapped toy and you get a free autographed 8x10 from Max Caster. So
there we go.
Well worth it. Maybe I'll even grab an extra one to give away here for us here.
And Max Caster, that's a bona fide wrestling star. No cap. And
he's amazing.
8x10s for unwrapped toy. Come on now.
Just going to be able to talk to him. Last Blitzkrieg show he was at, I talked to him for a little bit, and then I also talked to him at the Major Brothers show in Baltimore the last time, and he's just a down-to-earth, really easy talk to guy. So a lot of fun. So make sure you
freestyle tonight.
Did he? I honestly I missed the first part of it.
Yeah,
but the one
last week, Jungle Boy, and it was pretty funny.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to go back and listen to that because the one he did last week on Dark was pretty good to Daniel Bryan or Brian Danielson.
Yeah.
Don't forget, we're also teaming up with the Game Marks podcast, gamemarkspod.com/donate. You guys can donate over to St. Jude Children's Hospital. They've raised $685 so far. It's Gamebury 2021. Check out their website and to make sure you donate. All kinds of badass prizes to be given away if you donate. So check that out. Check out their podcast as well if you're into wrestling video games. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun podcast with George Feast and Johnny Clash over there. Great guys too. So make sure you go check that out. Lots of great prizes up for grabs. That is GameMarksPod.com. And then just want to shout out Happy Veterans Day and happy birthday to the Marines.
Yes.
This past week.
Thank you for the service. Thank you.
Yes. DJ, what you got flowing? You got the drip?
I got the drip flowing, drip. And man, I am ready to, like, when we get into this, we definitely got, there's definitely been some stuff going on in wrestling this week. So,
oh my God. Yeah, there has.
So yeah, I'm all like, I guess like we, our show, we get a little bit more time to like kind of soak it in a little bit, like before the knee jerk reaction. So, so yeah, I got some takes on this, and we'll take it apart.
I've got the Raise Energy flowing, of course. I've got the South Beach flavor.
Yeah, I like that can. That's like one of their best cans, I think.
Kenny tried the Frankensour one, said that one was amazing. I've got the new berries and cream one on its way to me as well.
Interesting.
Yeah, if you follow them on, obviously go to their website and order and use our discount code RUNINPOD to save 15% at repsports.com. But if you follow them on social media, every once in a while they do free samples. You order a 4-pack. It ends up being $10 because they make you pay for shipping. But $10 for 4 energy drinks is not bad. So obviously comes out to $250 a pop. You can't beat that. So you can't use our discount code on that, unfortunately. But if you want to try it and then maybe order a huge pack, one of the big boys, a 12-pack or something, you can give yourself a little trial run there.
Right.
No giveaway this week from Buy, Sell, Trade Toys. We do have a giveaway from Barrios. Me and you, DJ, we got to figure out how we're going to give that away.
Okay.
FanDuel is getting future endeavored. We wish them all the best in their future endeavors. 2 weeks in a row, it did not fill up our NFL FanDuel. So I'm saying, you know what? I'm taking that as a hint. We had a good run. We made it to week 10 or so.
So they're getting a trash bag, huh?
Yep. We wish them. We wish them all the best in their future endeavors.
Please turn in your playbook and go and see the coach.
Yep. Head over to runinpod.com. You can get all our episodes there. A link to our Pro Wrestling Tees store, as we talked about. And then, of course, all our discount codes. I think everyone, I'm listening to podcasts and they have a ton of discount codes. It's easy to lose track of them. So we have a spot right on our website for you to check it out. Figure Collections, Homage, Heroes Hideout, Keystone Retro, Buy, Sell, Trade Toys, Fig Tees, and of course, Raise Energy Drinks are all there if you need the discount code and the links, because certain ones like Homage and Rep Sports or Raise Energy, when you click on the link, that actually helps us just as much as using the discount code.
Yes.
And some changes coming to our website very soon. We're going to have, instead of having a blog, we're going to have like an announcements page where we can keep everything there, and just a couple other things we'll be working on the website as well. Some big changes coming to the Run In Pod after the first of the year. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Also pay attention to our Pro Wrestling Tees store. Again, prowrestlingtees.com/runinpod. We know Black Friday is coming. You guys know that 20% off sale will be happening. So we are going to try to get some more shirts uploaded there. Of course, we got our 2 brand new hoodies up there. As I said, I got mine ordered and ready to go.
Should be that run in on all your loved ones.
That's right. Should be shipping any day now too. Want to have that ready for the Blitzkrieg Pro Show. We got the Celtics style shirt, the Lakers style shirt, Raw is War style, Ninja Turtles, G.I. Joe, some video game style, and then of course a couple others up there as well. So make sure you head over to prowrestlingtees.com/runinpod. YouTube's all up to date. You guys know where to follow us on social media. It is at Run In Podcast on Twitter. It is at the Run In Pod on Instagram. And guys, we need you to help us out. We need you to rate and review wherever you listen to the Run In Podcast. Rate and review that shit, please.
Like and subscribe on YouTube.
Like and subscribe and on YouTube. Yep. Whatever you need to do, or whatever you think you need to do to help us grow a little bit for bigger and get this shit out in the air, out in the open, get it out to the universe.
Especially in our own country. Like, we seem to be pretty popular in other, like, hi, all the other countries that listen to us. Like, we're
hello, Canada.
I love that you're listening to us. Please keep going. Tell your friends over there. Hey, if we get number 1 in another country, we'll you know what? I'll say it right now. We'll come over there and do a remote.
All right, that sounds good. I love Canada.
Yeah.
Kenny's corrections this week. DJ Miro was never on Tough Enough. You said he was last week, and that's the only correction that we've got from Kenny this week. We've been really good about updating on the fly. So, sorry, sorry, Kenny.
Shooting from the hip.
He said, "Good show, guys. DJ Miro was never on Tough Enough." It didn't click with me either. So,
I just remember like the segment where, like, because the guy that we know as Valentine Dream was on this particular season, and they were doing promos, like, and then promos against another person on the comedy, like they went to the Comedy Store. And then they did promo class, and then he was doing a promo against a big guy, and I just didn't know if that was Miro or not. So, yep.
I do not remember that. So
I got that kind of episodic memory sometimes.
I can't help you there. But other than that, make sure you check out Kenny's show. It is at The Call Up. He's been on a bunch of different podcasts lately.
Yes, he has.
He's making the rounds, man. So check that out. It is just check him out everywhere at The Call Up. He's been going live on Instagram and all that stuff.
And all those other pods. If you want either one of us, we we'll come on and
that's right. That's right. We
fool around on your show too.
We are available. All right, lots to talk about as you touched on, DJ. You ready to do it?
Let's do it.
It's time for In the Ring. In the Ring this week is brought to you by Buy, Sell, Trade Toys on Instagram. I was just scrolling through his page. He got a ridiculous collection in, and the prices are right. Make sure you guys go over to his Instagram page. He's got the Rock and Mankind 2-pack. He's got the Jeff Hardy and Triple H 2-pack. He's got Legends 12, which is Junkyard Dog Piper. Oh, maybe you should hit him up for that JYD, DJ. Billy Gunn and Kevin Nash. He's got the Survivor Series Bailey that's out, the brand new Rey Mysterio, the brand new Kushida, a bunch of Lucy's. So check that out. It is a Buy, Sell, Trade Toys over on the gram, and you can use the code.
He's usually got the good stuff over there.
He does, man. He's always got good stuff. You can use that code.
Like, don't look at that page, man. Don't look.
You can use the code RUN10 to save 10% off over at Buy, Sell, Trade Toys on Instagram. All right, man. Let's get right to it. Our show was in the can last week when all this happened. And we said, shit, man, we started recording on Wednesdays. And now all this action is happening on Thursday.
And everything goes to hell after we go to Wednesdays.
Yeah. So a bunch of WWE releases happening last week. This is going to feel like a lifetime ago, but Karrion Kross, Scarlett, Ember Moon, Frankie Monet. I'm trying to go through the whole list here. Yep. Scarlett, obviously, Grand Metalik, Nia Jax, Mia Yim, Eva Marie.
I know you're so torn up about Nia Jax.
BFAB, Oni Larkin, Lince Dorado, more budget cuts. Now, DJ, you kind of touched on it a little while ago with us, recording on Wednesdays now. We kind of have a little chance to take a step back. Although as fun as it would be to like immediately react to this stuff, because I put it right on our Instagram, man. I said, what the fuck is happening?
Right.
I think it was more of like, I was hosting trivia when all of this was going down. And I have this one guy who is a big wrestling fan. And he comes up to me on one of the breaks and he says, do you see what's happening right now? And I'm like, yeah, man, this is crazy. My phone's blowing up. Like, what the hell is going on? Just insane. And I get it. They're trying to refine themselves. They're trying to not rebrand. I mean, they rebranded NXT to an extent, but
damn near say rebrand. But
they're trying to go in a different direction, new business model, if you will. I think, and I honestly, I fought this earlier, but I think they are getting ready to sell, and clearing some of that money. I think the ironic thing about all these releases is like the next day, Vince was on it's either the next day or the day before these releases. Can't remember exactly which. Vince was on, their end of quarter call or whatever, and was reporting like record revenue and stuff like that. So, they're trying to keep that the way it is. To me, originally I was shocked at a lot of these. And then I sat back and I thought about it and I go, you know what? None of these guys are needle movers. None of them. What do you think, man?
That's true. Like, especially like, I mean, you had like, I would say the vast majority of the people that got released. Like, I was about ready. Like, I was about done with Grand Metalik, for example. They like, so I guess the problem that I have is you have 4 talents that we know they had a character that was over, like currently, and that's like Cross and you know, with Charlotte, and then you had Mia Yim and Keith Lee, who, like, I mean, all you really had to do was keep the character that he was in NXT. Like, I mean, he, you know, the guy proved it. Like, he went, you know, he like Vince like to go out and talk about grabbing the brass ring, for example, right? So, I mean, this guy went out while he was on NXT, went into a Royal Rumble and stole the show.
Yeah.
Okay, so what more did you want? You never gave Mia Yim her, like, the character that she usually is, like with the, you know, kind of like wearing the fatigues and the bandana and stuff like that. Like, so you put her in like some ridiculous, you know, like mediocre faction and didn't let her do what she does, and you just cut her before she even got a chance to do it. And then you could have easily made them an item and people would have loved it. So what's going to happen? Like, so this is the one time I'm going to say that they're going to go over to AEW and do exactly that. And they're going to be way over. They're going to be they are going to move a needle. They're going to be way over. And it was right there in your hand. Like, and you didn't have to do anything. It's just this whole thing where Vince has to touch something. Like, no, I got to do something to it before I let it go out there. And it's not necessary. You know, it's not necessary all the time, I should say.
Right.
Yeah, I will. Like, you got to give him his credit. Like, so for example, the Ultimate Warrior, right? Like, I mean, you know, Jim Hellwig was gonna be the Dingo Warrior in in New York, and everybody was gonna be like, "What the hell is this?" And then he's like, "No, let's make you Ultimate, and you run down to the ring." That was Vince's idea. Okay, yeah. So
I get what you're saying with that, but that was also 30 years ago.
Exactly.
And Vince has kind of like lost his touch.
Exactly.
I think.
So we're
hate saying bad stuff about Vince.
We're about to be in the Duke the Dumpster Brody, and you know, and that's what it seems like, the era that we're going into again. And I'm like, now I'm like, so that one got me. It's like, wait, so you got guys that were working and they were big, they were making money. You can't tell me that, like, people loved these characters
right
when they were in NXT.
I was gonna say, like, you said that Karrion Kross was over and that Keith Lee was over.
Right. Especially with his valet. Like that version of Karrion Kross, not the freaking, you know, helmet.
The mask. Yeah. Well, that was going to be my argument there, is that he was over in NXT. People had a lot of issues with what he was doing on the main roster.
Exactly.
Lost to Jeff Hardy in like 30 seconds and stuff like that. And then same thing with Keith Lee. Like, Keith Lee had that incredible run at the Royal Rumble and then got sick. And then, you know, who knows what happened. And then they tried to make him Bearcat and all this stuff. Yeah. And it was just like, they just didn't handle him right. But at the same time, I still don't think those guys were like the next. Basically, I don't think WWE cutting those guys, Nia Jax included, because she's a former women's champion. She was a women's tag team champion. Like, you know, I hate her, but she, you know, she had a good run, like a very respectable run.
Yeah.
But I don't think WWE is going to miss these guys. Any of these guys that were cut.
In the big picture, no. Like, especially for now. Like, I would say in the next couple of years, no. I agree with you. But I just, like, now those are really, like, I don't know what Karrion Kross is going to do. Like, I'll let me put that card out there. I don't know you know, he is kind of he's kind of a acquired taste, let's say. Right?
Yeah.
But the way that like Keith Lee's a star, so I just feel like you just gave away a star for not like, you know, that's partly why I like when we get to the top 5, that's partly how I came up with that top 5. It's like you just gave away a guy. I think that's going to be a guy that they're going to pay for. They're going to pay for letting go, especially the duo. Especially the duo. Because Mia Yim is also going to. Like,
yeah.
So
she was a surprise to me because she could go as a woman. The women's division in WWE isn't great right now. It's like the same shit over and over again.
Right.
We're getting, you know, we're getting Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks over and over and over. Charlotte and Becky Lynch over and over and over.
I mean,
again.
Thank God for Bianca. Like if we didn't have Bianca, like we would be watching the same stuff over and over again.
And
like
we'll get into her in a minute, but with Liv Morgan as well. Like she's, you know, some new blood that we're getting on the screen as well.
Right.
But yeah, man, it's just a lot of it like I said, originally it was like, oh shit, what is happening?
Yep.
And then all of a sudden I'm like, nah, these people aren't like I said, needle movers. I don't think they're going to be super missed. I think, you know, a year down the road, we're going to forget that, you know, Keith Lee, you know, this happened, unless they're in AEW and, you know, but AEW doesn't have like, they're having a hard enough time putting their guys that they do have on TV consistently.
So the flip side, so the flip side of this whole thing is what like I still stand by what I think is going to happen with AEW. Like you're going to have they have a like you're starting to see it already. Like they have a log jam. How many former WWE guys do you need to see? Right. Like you know, like almost all night tonight was WWE, like all night almost tonight. So and then so those guys that were there to start, they're like, dude, why am I like I didn't even, you know, there are people that didn't get to sniff Dynamite tonight.
Right.
You know,
they'll be on Dark. They'll be on a 2-hour YouTube show that nobody's really watching.
So that's what. So I'm telling you. So that part. You know. So that, you know, give it a minute like that. Let them keep bringing in people just because they got released from WWE and see what happens. Because it's not like you said. The show is only so long, and Rampage is even shorter.
Right.
So and nobody's watching it, you know.
And
so
and they're putting CM Punk on every week, and
and they're still the last place, the fourth place, like out of all of the shows, aren't they? Isn't that the last place show in ratings?
Last week was like AEW's worst ratings since July, I think they said. So and WWE,
those, like I'm sorry to cut you off, and then I keep seeing this on like when people go, wait, people are still paying attention to ratings. Yeah, how do you think this stuff gets funded, dude?
Right.
Yes, the people that are paying for these shows to be on their television station want to see numbers. Like that's just like, even though you might not think because you're listening to Jericho and Dave Metzler. No, the numbers count.
Yeah, it's just I go back and forth on the ratings because I hate hearing about them. I'm like, just watch what you want to watch and who cares. But at the same time, like you said, man, they're trying to. This is how they go to USA or TNT and say, "Hey, re-up us."
Yep, exactly. What happens when your contract's up?
Right, exactly.
Okay, look what happened with WWE and Fox. Like they're like, yeah, we want some more of that, and look at the check that they wrote. So the numbers count, bro.
Absolutely, 100%.
This is wrestling business. Like it's a business still.
100%. I will say, if this actually happened, I do not like them using or the story that Nia Jax was released after she asked for more time off due to mental health.
Yeah, that didn't sit well with me either.
But I also, and this is totally me being a dick and just jumping to, like, I could totally, this is me stereotyping, I guess. I could totally see Nia Jax, just like, again, I don't know her obviously as an individual, but we
don't know the whole story. So
don't know the whole story. Don't know her as an individual. But I've seen her, on Total Divas. I've seen her, on wrestling. I've seen her, say stuff on Twitter and stuff. Judging from all of that, I can totally see her making that up.
Okay.
Where she's just pissed that she got released and doesn't know how to really handle it. And this was just the first thing that came out of her mouth.
This is going to be an episode of Dark Side of the Ring.
You think so?
Yes. So, or somebody's going to cover this, and
all these releases you're saying, or just
the
her situation? Okay,
it's like going to be labeled some kind of era of WWE. Like it will, right? We're going to label this something.
It's the Nick Khan era, baby.
Yeah, there you go. And then somebody's going to cover it, and then we're going to see just like on Dark Side of the Ring, we're going to get the other sides, like the multiple sides of the story. And
yeah,
that is an interesting storyline there. Like,
right.
So, is somebody lying about this?
Yeah. And it's all hearsay, man. It's all hearsay.
Right. Of course it is.
It sucks for the people involved, but like if you look at a lot of the superstars who have been released lately, like obviously this has been a thing going on for a while. Like they all end up okay. They all end up fine.
Oh yeah, they'll be all right.
The Major Brothers. I was listening to their pod early this week.
Speaking of being all right after being
exactly. Yeah. They went through like the list of wrestlers who have been released since like that have like new figs in the works, and it is crazy. Like Keith Lee, obviously series 127. He's got a basic coming out.
Yep.
Scarlett has an elite coming out.
An elite.
Yep. I'm trying to look here as quick as I can.
But there like an actual Mia Yim or no, she was in the
yeah, she was Reckoning.
Yeah.
Scarlett, Bobby Fish, he's in elite, or he's in basic 126. It's just crazy. And the same thing's gonna happen with WWE 2K. Like, what are they gonna do, man?
They can't, because you can't really go taking a lot of people out, what happens, like, let's say they sign people, like,
right.
That's still a possibility. So now you got people that need to be in the DLC.
Yep.
So
I really wish they would sign more legends. We'll get into that a little bit later, but just something I think they need to do. But yeah, it's just crazy. 2K and the figure lines, man. Ric Flair's got a figure coming out. He's supposed to have that one of those Superstar series.
That's right.
Like the Remco style.
And you have to keep that. At the very least, you got to keep him in that line.
Right. Steve from Mattel says he's still coming, but we haven't seen him posted on Walmart.com or anything yet. And then, Bray Wyatt's the same thing. Ric Flair's supposed to have an elite coming, like Elite 93 or something like that too. So it's just like Keith Lee's got the Survivor Series figure already out. Like there's just so many that it's a little crazy, but we do have an AEW pay-per-view to talk about. Full Gear is coming up this weekend, Saturday nights.
Have $50 ready.
Yeah, have your $50 ready. I have no idea what I'm doing Saturday night yet, but I'm not like, I don't know. I'm not even watching Dynamite tonight. I'm not like, oh man, I can't wait to watch this. And in the defense of AEW, I feel the same way about Survivor Series. We'll get into that as well. I think the only match on this card, there's two matches I think I'm looking forward to on this card. And it is maybe three actually. Okay, now that I'm looking at the card, I might be. No,
there's a couple matches. It's a decent card. Just that there's 9 match. Like there's also, I can see about 3 or 4 of them. You can go get a beer. Like
yeah.
Like 9 matches. Bro.
Yes, I do not care about the Minneapolis street fight between the Inner Circle. Men of the year and American Top Team. I do not give a shit about that. Let's see.
Now to get some people to get some people a pay-per-view check.
Yeah, exactly. Don't even really care about Bryan Danielson and Miro. Like, I don't know. I'm not feeling that. Kenny Omega and Hangman Page, same thing. Like, I kind of hope Hangman wins. Kenny Omega's title run. I'm ready for it to be over. I'm ready for a change.
Very dull.
My girl Ty Connie probably not going to win, but I just hope she looks like, I don't mean physically. I mean in the match. I hope she looks really good.
Okay. Okay.
Pac and Cody Rhodes versus Malachi Black and Andrade could be really good. That could steal the show. I don't really care. I don't really care about Christian Cage and Jurassic Express against Super Click either. Like, I don't know.
And freaking call themselves Super Click.
Yeah.
Like I'm kind of not feeling it. It's like, dude, we know what the Click is.
Right.
Why would you call yourself that?
Right.
So again, I don't like this group. I just like, I don't like this group.
I don't even really like Adam Cole, to be honest with you. Like, I know we talk a lot of shit about the Young Bucks, but like Adam Cole, I don't know. I've never really people were like all up on his nuts when he was in NXT, and I just never felt that way about him.
Well, he did. I'll give him credit. Like he's had some classic matches and takeovers. But especially like so I think they had a good structure for him when he had the Undisputed Era, like him as the leader of the Undisputed Era.
Yep.
But after that, like you said, like it kind of started to dip for me when he was on his own. And then with this group, it just seems like, okay, now he lost all, like now he threw all that out the window, all the that character is, to me, is gone. Like, and he's gone kind of goofy with the Young Bucks, and I don't like it. Like, it's just I was going back, like it's just like you're the third member of the Young Bucks. You look like now,
yeah.
So, and I'm not like, I don't like the, like, I just they're very, it's just very vanilla to me.
Yeah.
And their matches don't make, they don't make sense. Like, I'm sorry, the matches don't make sense. They don't. So
don't make no sense.
And just like you were talking about, Brian and Miro, right? So it's like, so again, like everybody that really wanted, and we almost got into this debate when I was on Turnbuckle Tavern. I was like, I didn't get like the whole turn of all of a sudden everybody wanted to boo Roman, and then they were because we wanted Daniel Bryan. I was like, well, we got the Daniel Bryan story the year before.
Right.
What more did you want? He beat two people. Like, he's the little guy that went in there and beat Triple H, and then won a triple threat match. Okay, in one night. What more did you want? Like, we got the story already. And then when Roman was the tag team champion, every time he got tagged in, there was a huge pop. So yeah, they were listening to the crowd. They're like, okay, he's popular, let's push him. Mm-hmm. Then all of a sudden, let's like, just for whatever reason, let's not. We don't like the push because he's a big guy, probably, because he's big. Well, I mean, but he can move. He can move very well. And then so now you want me to go, okay, well, this little 5'6" dude could beat the 260-pound 6'5", 6'5", 260 Samoan machine. Like, so he can beat him. I'm supposed to sit here and believe that, right?
Yeah.
So now we're back to that. So now we're going to come to this match, and then now I'm going to be annoyed again because he's going to win. Like, even though we're going to picks, but I'll just say it right now, I think Daniel Bryan's going to win this match against against Miro, who should be running over everybody. I think Miro should be going to the title. So that's where I think he should be. But they won't. Daniel Bryan will win this match for no reason at all. And not believable to me.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm just like,
You sound like me pitching here about AEW.
It's the guys I don't like. I mean, there's, like, as we know, there are guys that I'm a total fan of in AEW, but
Sting, and that's it. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, and the guy that hangs out with Sting, I like him.
What the hell was I gonna say? I'm hoping that Miro wins this as well, because his match here, because I said, when he left, or when he lost the TNT title, I was hoping that was him graduating to the next level.
Right.
Instead of just being in this, like, if he doesn't win this and doesn't advance the title picture, he's in the same situation he was.
Then what are we doing? Yep.
But he's happier. Okay, but he's getting less money, and Well, we don't know his contract situation. I assume he's getting less money, but let's get to our picks here.
Okay.
For Full Gear. We're gonna start from the bottom up. There's 9 matches listed. Number 9 is the Pac and Cody Rhodes versus Malachi Black and Andrade tag team match. DJ, I'm the defending champion. Getting the belt here. Getting the belt. I'm the defending champion, as you can see.
Right.
And so you get first pick because
you did all that to say you got first pick.
I defer. I defer.
You defer.
I like Bill Belichick on the kickoffs. I defer.
Gotcha. Oh geez, like, do you also got a camera or a microphone in my apartment to try to figure out who I'm going to pick? So I'm gonna go with Malachi.
All right.
Like Cody has won like the last couple of times against Malachi Black, so I guess we gotta like balance this out a little bit with that rivalry. So I'm going Malachi and Andrade.
My heart wants.
Maybe Rick will come out and get somebody a low blow. My
heart wants Malachi and Andrade, but my brain is saying that Cody is going to put himself over. And Cody is going to win.
And I might be voting with this one in my heart as well. But yeah.
I got to say as well, Cody tonight, he came out and he ran through the crowd. Mm-hmm. He could have got to the ring a lot faster and helped his friends a lot faster if he just went down the aisle instead of being a hero and going through the ring. You know what I'm saying? Or going through the crowd.
Not like the people that are booing you and you're trying to be the people camp and run through the crowd that doesn't like you.
Right. Number 8, match number 8 listed here is Christian Cage and Jurassic Express versus the Super Click Falls Count Anywhere match. I'm going. I feel like Adam Cole and the Young Bucks haven't lost in a while, so I'm going to go Christian and Jurassic Express.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with you. I think I'm going to go with the baby faces as well.
We should keep track of how many ex WWE guys are
get wins
on this pay-per-view. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Take a shot every time a WWE guy wins.
6 already in 2 matches. Next up is actually one of the matches I'm looking forward to. I think I wasn't like, if I just saw this match on paper, I don't think I'd be super excited about it. But after reading the article about Eddie Kingston on the Players Tribune this week, and then the kind of the build up tonight, I'm a little more excited than I thought I was going to be for it. Right. It's CM Punk and Eddie Kingston. Who you got in this, DJ?
You know what? I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I say Punk does the honors here, and Eddie gets one.
I can see him wanting to put Eddie over just because of Eddie's story and stuff. But I think it's going to be Eddie too. I think
because he doesn't need CM Punk doesn't need the win. He doesn't need it.
I think Punk's going to get his first loss here.
Yeah, he doesn't need it. It's a good story. Like, let them have a good, it'll be a good hard hitting match. You know, is it hardcore? Is it?
It is just a singles match. It says no gimmicks, no stipulations.
All right, dang, because that would I think that would have fit Eddie a little bit more.
Yeah.
But CM has lost a couple of steps anyway. Like, he's not as fast as he used to be, so they'll probably still be okay. So yeah, but I'm going Eddie.
All right, I am as well. And then we got Darby Allin versus MJF.
Which might be the match. This could steal the show.
We've said that about a couple matches here so far. I'm going MJF. I'm going my heart on this one.
I think so I can see MJF winning this thing, but just for the sake of getting titles here, I'm gonna go with my painted brethren.
All right, then we got Lucha Brothers and versus FTR for the the AEW tag titles, not the AAA tag team titles.
Mm-hmm.
You go first on this one. Sorry.
All right. I'm just too so you know I just had my rant on AEW. Now, like, you know, here's another here's another pair of guys that I'm a fan of. Like, so I'm a fan of Darby. I'm also a fan of the Lucha Brothers. Like, I think they're just an awesome tag team, and so I can't pick against them.
I feel that way about FTR.
Okay.
I love FTR. I always have. So I'm going FTR.
All right. Look at that. See, we got this is gonna
We got
be
a good,
interesting.
we got a good mix here of us going against each other. So this one is the match I don't give a shit about, the Inner Circle versus
And we got 3 different teams here, right?
No, it's Men of the Year is teaming with American Top Team to take on Inner Circle.
I get it. Okay.
In a Minneapolis street fight.
Okay.
Can I just like defer this one? Can I just say like I don't
because even like, you know, matches that suck for WWE pay-per-views, we still make a pick.
Yeah, it's true. I'm gonna say Inner Circle.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Inner. I mean, because my boy Sammy is in Inner Circle. So see, I got guys that I'm a fan of, guys. I'm not all.
Jericho's gonna be taking some time off in April. It looks like the Fozzy announced the tour. They're actually coming pretty close to here. I probably won't go check it out.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we got Bryan Danielson and Miro. Who you got, DJ?
I know I just had I guess I gotta just stand by my rant here. I think Daniel's gonna win this, even though it's gonna piss me off, but he's probably gonna win.
I'm going Miro. I want Miro to win. I'm going my heart.
I'm rooting for Miro, but I think Daniel is gonna win it.
I'm going my heart on these picks, these last few picks here. Next up, this one's tough for me to pick though, because I do like both of these women, Dr. Britt Baker and Ty Conti.
No, there are 2 excellent wrestlers.
Yes.
Like, seriously. Yep.
I don't want to say it's like too early for Ty Conti to win the belt because she's been
about the same as Britt.
Yeah, and she's been good for like the last 6 months. Like,
I agree.
I think Britt is so new as champion, and she could like be the face of that women's division. Right. I feel like shit, man. I want to pick Ty Conti, but I think I'm going Britt Baker.
Yeah, because it almost feels like it would be very smart of them to have like a collision course with Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker. Like they already showed you, like they had like basically a match of the year candidate match.
Yep.
So and then have it be for a title next time, you know.
Right.
So I gotta, you know, I think Britt Baker holds on to it as well.
All right, and then
with a good match though, I think they're gonna have. A good match. Yeah,
they're gonna tear the house down. And then we got the main events: Kenny Omega versus Hangman Page singles match for the AEW Championship. Did I pick last? I forget who just.
Whatever you want.
I'm gonna say Kenny Omega wins it.
All right, you going Kenny G?
Yep. Who you got?
He kind of looks to me.
Wait, not like Kenny G. Fuck. I'm going. Not Kenny Omega. Fuck that. I'm going. Sorry. I'm going Adam Page. I don't know why I say Kenny Omega. I'm going Adam Page, 100%.
Okay. So yeah, I also like just, you know, just watch, you know, as we all know, we're wrestling fans. We've seen a bunch of go home shows, and we know the record of people that end up like winning the exchange of the title signing on a go home show.
Yeah.
So for that reason, I'm taking Hangman Page. And like, I mean, Omega's had this title for, I think, long enough. You see, you know, even though they claim that they don't do business like this, but still, like Kenny is not moving the needle.
No.
So what are we doing? You know, right. So you know, so yeah, I say it's Hangman time.
Yeah, for sure. All right, guys, those are our picks for Full Gear this Saturday. Bleacher Report app, they make it impossible to figure out how to buy these pay-per-views, but it's a giant pain in the ass to get them. But
it's pretty, like, you know, I think most like I saw, like I'm on Sling TV, Sling TV now. Like they had like a whole section for pay-per-view, and that was one of them.
Okay.
So yeah, but like I don't think you have to go to Bleacher Report anymore. I guess
All
is what
right.
I'm trying to say. Yep.
All right. I got my way. I got my ways of watching it.
Exactly. It's gonna be the Pirates' life for me anyway. So.
All right, time to jump into our weekly show talk here. I'm hating this new NXT still, DJ. I'm having I love Mandy Rose, love her. I love Braun Breaker. The rest of the program, I just cannot get into. I'm having a really hard time getting into it, and I don't want to. I mean, it's obviously not my NXT that I loved.
It's not the black and gold.
Right, but it's just I'm having such a hard time.
No, it was like I would say all the way to the last two matches of the night was very corny. Like it was very, very corny into the last two matches of the night. And you can't do that. You can't do that. You got to give us something to want to still, like, you know, there's too many things to do, put it that way. Like it's been like what, you know, it's too many things to do for you to bore me for 75% of your show.
Right.
So, but the last two matches though, good. Like, can we do that for the whole hour? Like what's like? It's like they're sandbagging us here.
Right. Like, yeah. Why can't? There's a lot. There's some good, but there needs to be some more good.
Yes. No, that's very accurate.
You said Carmelo Hayes had another good match. Yes, he did. You're right. He's actually been a really good part of NXT as well. Can't take that away from him.
Nope.
And then just the rest of it, man. I'm just like, what is going on here? What are they doing? But what can you do? Hopefully they'll get it. I mean, you got to give it some time to grow too, like, which is what I'm trying to do, but at the same time, I'm just like, man, you took away my good shit, and now you're giving me this.
It's almost like, you know, the Baltimore Colts moving away, and then you had to like sit and watch the Ravens until they became a good team again. You know, you know, so that's what it feels like. It's like it's like this expansion team all of a sudden in a place that had an actually good team.
Yep.
So that's what it feels like to me.
Yeah. They also announced, WWE announced the Survivor Series team through Twitter or Facebook or like some, I forget exactly what it was, but they announced it through social media. Yeah. Like, they're killing Survivor Series for me. They are killing Survivor Series.
Like, why have it? Like, I mean,
right. And it's just like, it doesn't mean anything. It's boring. Which is frustrating because it's going to be in Boston next year. I obviously want to go, but it's just there. It's just not there. They need. Go ahead. Go say what you're going to say.
You're probably going to say the exact same thing I'm about to say. Go back. Like, so we were talking about, like, you know, things that worked years ago, but I think for Survivor Series, something that would work that you did years ago is have it. First of all, the whole pay-per-view should just be Survivor Series matches.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's it. It's all Survivor Series matches. And then have it be your rivalries, have a team to go against each other in each, like, so there's a storyline that, like, yeah, it's all Survivor Series matches, but each match has a storyline and a rivalry. And so now we're watching something for a reason, you know, because we want to see these guys get their rivalry in and get their, you know, get their comeuppance. So, so that would make it work again. You have enough people on the roster. Yeah. You know, so
yep.
But we're doing this Raw Smack. No, just for one night, forget the Raw SmackDown thing.
I don't mind the Raw, like, I think it should be worth something. I think I've said this probably on the show before, but it's like, make it so that whatever team wins gets, like, move the draft. Whatever team wins the main event or has the most wins in one night, make them get something. Like, let them get the first pick in the draft.
I'd say the first two picks.
Yeah, first two picks. Let them get, you know, all the last 10 in the Royal Rumble are all from that brand, or like the last 5 picks from that brand, something like that, where it's worth something. It's not just this match that they're gonna have. Charlotte and Becky are champion versus champion, cool, but there's gonna be no build up, and then there's gonna be nothing after it.
For what? Like,
so it's just these random matches, this goulash of matches thrown together, and it's.
Because I kind of liked when they had the, that year, the NXT kind of like, like, no, we want to kind of prove that we're part of this too, kind of thing, like a invasion kind of a thing.
Yeah.
That worked for me. Like, that was entertaining.
Yeah. And this used to be one of the top, the 4 major pay-per-views.
Right.
And now it's like
one of the granddaddies.
Yeah. There's a couple other pay-per-views I think I'd rather watch, just because this doesn't mean anything anymore, and that shouldn't be that way. This should be an important pay-per-view.
It should, especially it's like, it coincides a holiday every time.
Right.
But now you're becoming the Detroit Lions playing on Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Oh, that is a great analogy, DJ. Great analogy. The Survivor Series is the Detroit Lions of Thanksgiving. Wow.
That might be in the graphic.
Yeah, that's amazing. Wow. You just blew my mind with that. I need a cigarette.
That's what I'm here for.
You want to talk about Liv Morgan? I want to talk about Kevin Owens real quick. I love heel Kevin Owens. I really hope they don't.
Do I?
Yeah.
Do I?
There's certain guys that just need to be heels. There's certain guys that just need to be faces. Right. He is a guy who needs to be a heel constantly. Correct. And he just kills it.
Yeah.
And I hope they don't fuck this up. I hope they keep him signed. I hope they re-sign him.
I think
back up the Brinks truck for him. Let him take time off. Let him do whatever he needs to do.
Right.
To be happy and keep that guy.
And then honestly, let's say he walks away and he goes to AEW. Then what?
He's going to be with the Super Click.
And then what? It's just like, so I this is a time I will say, like, and again, whoever can debate me about this, I say if Kevin Owens goes to AEW, it'll be boring.
All right, we're gonna put that in the vault and save it for later, just in case.
Right, but it'll be boring because it's like, what? Then what? Like, he's gonna go because somebody's like, so I guess. Just like I was just saying with Adam Cole, I think he got there and now he's comfortable, and now it's just kind of, now it's meh. Like he went from like a guy I thought could like main event to meh.
It's like everybody says, "Oh, these guys are so happy. These guys are so happy," but they're not doing anything. Like believe me, I understand being happy with like your job and stuff.
Correct. Yeah.
But like, it's gonna get to a point where you're like, all right, well, what do I do next? Like, what comes next?
Right.
And those guys, like, I think it's going to come to that point for a lot of these guys. Is like, well, they're not doing anything with me. They're giving, all these WWE guys are getting their chance. It's like you've said it 100 times on here. It's just going to, down the road, something's going to happen where it's going to be a mess. But someone who is not a mess, DJ. This is a very forced segue here. Liv Morgan. I'm loving Liv Morgan. Looks wise, show wise, she is just she's getting it done. She's one of those ones that like they're giving her a chance and she's running with it.
So this begs the question then.
Uh-oh.
So do you think WWE is like, oh, so Ruby, you want to go over to AEW and think you're just all that over there? Okay, how about we make the people that you were Riot Squad with main eventers?
I could see them being petty like that. I could see that.
Let's free Liv Morgan because we saw that she can move in the ring. Like,
yeah,
but she's always been kind of a second tier wrestler with the other ladies. Like, because there was a log jam here. Like you had because now. You can take it like some of these folks could take advantage of, like, say, Asuka being injured.
Yep.
I remember she's, we haven't seen her.
Asuka.
Yep.
Bailey.
Bailey. You know what I mean? So now, okay, let's, here's your, quote, brass ring moment here. And she's doing it. Like her and, her and Mandy are like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yep.
thank you. Thank you. This is what I was waiting for.
Yeah.
So good on them. Like, and, yeah, I'm quite impressed. Like, again,
though,
not just looks wise, just like the way
Yeah.
she's, the way she's wrestling.
Again, Becky Lynch is taking out, or I should say, Liv Morgan is feuding with Becky Lynch, but Becky Lynch is taking on Charlotte at Survivor Series.
Exactly. And you're going to halt all of that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You're putting a kink in the storyline.
Right.
Just makes
Which that would
sense to me.
Or the flip side of that is you could have had like Team Becky versus going Team Liz,
right,
in a Survivor Series match.
Liv
in the Survivor Series match.
I want Charles Andrew jumping on you.
Liv
or Kenny. Yeah, that's it for our rundown of the shows, like what caught our attention this week. I actually haven't been watching much wrestling lately. I've been watching highlights and stuff like that. I just been busy, but
it's been a busy couple weeks. Yeah.
There's been some news. R.I.P. to Judy Bagwell. They put her on a forklift.
I'm about to say one of the most famous
Buff Bagwell's mom
on a forklift on a pole match of all time. Judy Bagwell.
Judy Bagwell, R.I.P. Dana Brooks' fiance punched a troll fan, drove to his house and punched him.
That was a heck of a transition. To go to, but seriously though, to go to a troll's house, like, and for me, not like, I kind of liked it, to be honest with you, because
I don't hate it, man.
I'm so tired of people like, keyboard warriors that think they can just say whatever to anybody because they're, sitting on their phone or in a basement somewhere behind a keyboard, and then and to finally get your punch in the face.
Yep.
You totally deserved it, dude. Sorry.
Absolutely. Imagine just opening your door though and being like, ah, and he pops you like,
wait. Oh, I would have. Oh man, I wish there was video.
Right?
He's not in jail, is he? Like
I don't think
that.
So.
Now that should be. I'm about to say, if he's in jail, that should be the crowd fund. I'll start the crowd fund for that. Like,
more news. Bray Wyatt. We know where he's going. It's not to Impact. It's not to AEW. He's going to do movies, which is actually, I think, good for him. Get away from wrestling for a little bit, because I think he's still having issues with the whole Brody Lee passing away.
I as well. And you saw, like, I mean, when we were watching the theatrical matches, like, I mean, he's got a talent for it.
Right.
He's got a talent for it. So this is probably, this will probably be, like you say, like kind of therapeutic for him to do. I'll watch it. I'll watch whatever he comes out with. I'll go watch it.
Yeah, I'm looking to see if there's any information here on the movie, but it doesn't look like yet. No yet on the title or premise of the film.
That's all right.
But yeah, good for him.
And the creative, mode of it, and hey, let him do it. And
I got no problem with this. I think he'll do a great job doing whatever. I think he's like a smart enough and creative enough guy where he'll succeed doing whatever he wants to do.
Correct. No, I'm in. Let him do it.
Yep.
Like I said, that's another one we've said that there's something else. Like when he got released, I was like, well, hold on. Like, I was like, there's something else here. Like, so. And
there's been rumblings about how he was like hard to work with towards the end and stuff like that. I don't know how hard or how much to believe. Obviously none of us are there. We don't know what actually is going on. So, but who knows? Eddie Kingston's story we talked about, that is over at The Athletic. Definitely worth checking out if you haven't checked it out already. And then there's a boycott going on for Up, Up, Down, Down. Apparently, people are upset that Xavier Woods isn't making a big enough cut off of Up, Up, Down, Down. And so a lot of the contributors are boycotting. They're not going to make new content until he gets a better deal out of it. Good for them.
Okay.
Good for them. So WWE bought.
Okay.
I didn't realize this, that WWE bought Up, Down, Down, and Xavier Woods makes no money off of it now.
They're like, well, we just lumped it into the contract we already give you, kind of thing.
Right. Do all this extra work, make us all this extra money,
Right.
And
but I see that title all the for every WWE event I've gone to since that title has been sold. I see it. I've seen it every single time.
Very cool looking belt.
So they're definitely making money.
Yeah. So hopefully that all gets resolved. But that is it for news. We are going to take a quick break here and give you a little word from our sponsors. All right, guys. And with that, we are going to walk that toy aisle. Walk That Toy Aisle is brought to you by Homage. You can pay homage over at homage.com, but instead of just going directly to homage.com, go to our website, runinpod.com, hit the deals link, and use our referral link to head over there, and then use the code the RUNIN15 to save 15% off your order. I'm rocking a Boston Red Sox Homage hoodie right now. It is so comfortable. I'm telling you, their hoodies are so comfortable, and they've got fleece blankets made out of the same material.
No,
yeah, man.
Man, okay,
they're firing off
some more money.
Yeah, they're firing off a bunch of their Black Friday deals as well. Just for example, today, 15% off 2 items, 25% off 3 items. If you spend $100, you get a free Script Homage tee. If you spend $200 or more, you get a free Script hoodie and tee. So, and they've got new WWE shirts on there. They've got great Christmas shirts, Christmas movie shirts. The wrestling shirts that are up there now is the old school Survivor Series logo. And then there's a couple of match shirts, John Cena versus Umaga from, I think it's Money in the Bank 2008.
That's crazy.
And then Falls Count Anywhere, Cactus Jack versus Triple H. And an alley fight, Sergeant Slaughter versus Pat Patterson.
I've seen that.
New York City. So
yeah, I've seen that. One of those random, you ever get those random wrestling gold VHSs when you were a kid?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Talk about that on Phil's podcast, actually.
So yeah, that match was on one of those.
When Phil had me on his podcast to talk about Ric Flair figures, that I mentioned those DVDs or VHS tapes from when I was a kid. But yeah, lots of good stuff over there at homage.com. Right. Not a lot of toy news this week, but there is some updates here. Cella Toys, they are gonna have Big Daddy. I don't know who Big Daddy is, but he is the next. I think he's got to be some guy from the UK.
I say probably UK or Canada, because
they are. Well, he's got the Great Britain flag on his trunks.
Okay.
But they're UK based, so I have a feeling this is a lot of people in the comments are excited about this. So you can pre-order him over
for everybody.
Mm-hmm. You can pre-order him over at figurecollections.com/shop starting November 14th. They announced, I don't know if we talked about it already, but I think we might have, that the Atom Bomb glow, they're doing Atom Bomb glow in the dark. I will be definitely ordering that. We talked about Gangrel. So, and then Zombie Sailor, speaking of retros,
right.
He announced, an update on his shipping for series 1 of his retros. And I'm going to read it here. He says, our incredible factory overseas is working around the clock to bring Heels and Faces Series 1 to life. Steel molds are being made as I write this. Shortly after that, full production figure, then carded sample will be in hand. The current schedule is to have all the production figures shipped out to us from the factory in mid-January. Once we receive them, we'll start fulfilling all the pre-orders. The quality of these figures is going to be top-notch. Absolutely no shortcuts are being taken, from the sculpts, the paint, weight of the figure, thickness of the card back, etc. This is truly something special, and Zombie Sailor is not slowing down. So Series 1 again is Dino Bravo, Earl
Zombie
Hebner.
Sailor is going nowheres.
Yeah. Sabu, Brian Myers, and Matt Cardona is Series 1. Mattel is sending out, if you get the new Ultimate Edition Rock, the head is not going, like if you switch the heads out, the head is not going on correctly. So they are actually sending out brand new heads if you contact Mattel customer service. If you have that. Storm Collectibles announced a Dennis Rodman. I wish this was in line with their other. This is like badass Dennis Rodman from wrestling. Like this is not like a basketball figure.
Oh, okay.
This is badass Dennis Rodman, but it's a 1/12 scale figure. It's a 1/6 scale figure, not a 1/12 scale figure. And they've done other Rodmans before. They actually have a Rodman in a wedding dress. But I wish this was like in scale with like the rest of our wrestling figures, because I would definitely scoop this up.
I have the WCW one with the silver jacket. Yeah.
Oh, nice. I just thought this was cool. The Storm Collectibles figures are dope. They knocked these out of the park.
Right.
And I just wish this was it's NWO Rodman. He's got the shirt on, the boots, the jeans. I just wish this was going to be like in scale with the Mattels, because this would go great on my NWO shelf.
That was a heck of a story, man, to have like Rodman and Karl Malone, and at the same time they're in the NBA finals. Like to pull that off.
Yep.
Was something else.
This figure is $179. So I said, it's 1/12 or 1/6 scale, which is not 6 inches. It's bigger than it might. I don't know if it's the size of a Hot Toy. I don't know if it's that big. But I'm not familiar with this like scale, but the thing looks awesome. It comes with 2 heads, a bat, different hands, a jacket,
they are 1/6 now.
Afro wig. 1/6 is I'm not sure what that is. I know 1/12 is the 6 inch figures. So, but if you're into Rodman, you're into the NWO, check that out. And that's it for wrestling figure news. I know AEW, like the new line with Lance Archer, is randomly popping up in stores. I know Walgreens had $2 elites this week. I have like 4 Walgreens within like driving distance to me, and they just never have decent figures. So I didn't even bother to look. I should have, because there's different toy drives going on and stuff. I should have.
Especially $2.
Right. I still might even take a drive. I just wasn't like, I need to do this. But
get a couple basics.
Yeah. Well, now the elites are $2. I don't even know what the basics are going to be. But
99 cents.
NECA announced Casey and April O'Neil down on the farm. Remember the movie when they kind of go into like hibernation?
Yes.
These are cool. Again, I'm getting out of the movies, out of the movie figures, but
just cartoons for you.
Yes, just the cartoons and the Super 7s. This is cool though. I appreciate them doing these. You got Casey Jones in the sweatpants and the tank top, and then you got April with the drawings of the turtles and stuff that are so famous. So these are a cool addition from NECA. They're really milking the contracts that they got from the
like,
actress that plays actress and Casey. They're milking it for all it's worth, but people are going to scoop those up. Speaking of the Super 7s, Big Bad Toy Store has a Raph in disguise turtle Super 7 that is up for pre-order. I'm pulling it up right now. I think it's Big Bad Toy Store. It's like an exclusive to them. Nope, that's not it.
Okay.
Maybe I forget. Oh shit, I fucked this up. Let me here we go. Raph in disguise figure Super 7. It might be Entertainment Earth exclusive. No, it is Big Bad Toy Store. Let's see. Up for pre-order. Sorry guys, I should have Big Bad Toy Store. It's up for pre-order. Where he's got the trench coat. I'm actually going to order this probably like right now. Very cool looking cartoonish toy. The Super 7s are based off the toys. They're just like an updated, better version of the toys. I love the way this looks. So I'm back. I'm going to grab this one. Skipping the Casey in April, but gonna jump on this one for sure. And then I don't have this up readily available, but you or Mike Lanham sent it to us. The turtles, the sports turtles that we had as a kid.
Yes.
They're re-releasing that 4-pack. And I'm trying to pull it up so that I have more information on here it is. Look at that. Reddit. Boom. Sewer Sports All-Stars. It's Raph playing soccer, Leo playing football, Michelangelo skateboarding, and Donatello playing basketball, of course, with a 23 jersey. They come in they've done these before where they come in like these cases that are like based on a vehicle. They're coming in a box. I don't know where you can order these though. Like even looking on the Reddit, it doesn't have a link where these are going to be available. I don't know.
Entertainment Earth, maybe?
Beginning-ish. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't say. We'll have to let you guys know. We'll have to come back to that. Maybe that'll be in our corrections next week. But I thought for sure when I Googled it, it would pop right up where you can order it. But it didn't. So random. But lots of turtle news this week. They're trying to pull me back in here. They're trying to pull me back in. Yep. And I'm just like, nope. I'm staying out, guys. Staying out. Sticking to those turtles. Sticking to the cartoons and even the cartoons. I passed on some stuff last week that NECA put up on their website. It was a couple characters that I didn't like 100% remember. So I was just like, nope, I'm good.
Oh, then you really shouldn't look at Entertainment Earth. Whatever you do.
Yeah, I know. I know all that stuff's up there. I get sucked in every once in a while. Just checking stuff out. But Hasbro Pulse, they got the Ghostbusters Proton Pack is back. This was like one of their
I can't believe they got that one.
Their HasLab projects. So what's weird about this is it's just the backpack though. The Proton Pack.
Mean. Like there's like you don't even I don't.
It's got 8,000 backers right now, but you have to unlock the hose. So I don't think it is officially like I would say it's not officially backed because I mean it officially is backed, but as of right now, if you get it, you're not getting the hose. And then the actual gun, I guess you have to like already have, which was available somewhere else. One of the unlockables though is like the slime that goes all over the back of it. It's pretty cool. It's not for me, but it is a pretty cool thing to have. Cool for collectors. I know John James is a huge Ghostbusters guy.
Next
I don't know if
he'd be all right.
Yeah, I don't know if he backed this. So right on here it says they're calling it Venkman's Proton Pack. Side note, Venkman wants you to know that it wouldn't hurt to pick up a Neutrona wand, each sold separately, subject to availability while you're at it, just in case you haven't already. And the wand itself is another $125.
Wow.
So like it's $400 to back the Proton Pack. And then you got to pay another $125 for the wand. And then for the hose to connect everything, they have to get to a certain mark for backers. So I don't know what Hasbro was thinking. I mean, they were looking for 7,000. They got to 8,092. So they're at almost 8,100.
Classic bundle, they need 9,000.
9,000 will be the classic bundle. 11,000 is the Afterlife bundle. The Spengler Special at 13 and 15,000 is a Supernatural stand. So I'm still on the fence about jumping on the G.I. Joe HasLab, the jet there, the Sky Striker. It needs 10,000. There's 5,255 backed right now. It's $229, which isn't terrible. I still got 27 days to think about it. I think the timing of these is terrible because it's Christmas.
Like, I'm about to say, you're going to spend your kids' Christmas money on it.
Yeah.
Like Pulse Lab.
Yeah. It's just, actually, my kid's almost done with Christmas shopping already. He might listen to this, so I don't want to get into what we got him, but we're coming along with our Christmas shopping. We're almost done. This is for him. And I still got to do, other people, but.
Right.
I'm
not even close.
I I've bitched and bitched and bitched about eBay on this podcast before. I just want to say, as of right now, I sold 2 things on Mercari this week. Super quick, super painless. As of right now, my stuff is in transit, so like they have to approve it once they get it, and then I get paid. Which I'm not crazy about.
Like stock. It's kind of like stock. StockX is the same way.
Same way. Yeah, Poshmark I think is the same way too. I've sold clothes on Poshmark.
But as a buyer,
before.
you love it.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, like even as a seller though, it's like that it was that the stuff sold so quick. Like I said, the payment's there as long as they approve everything. And like I said, I sold Ninja Turtle stuff. I sold some of my movie stuff and my Rocksteady and Bebop cartoon as Easter bunnies, because I'm like, you know what? I don't 100% remember this, and it doesn't hit the nostalgia switch for me. So it and I could get a good chunk of money for it. So here it goes. It's going up on Mercari. So tried to sell it in some Facebook groups and no luck. And then I just said, fuck it. Let's try Mercari before I try eBay. And it was a home run. So, but yeah, that's it for toy news. It's super, super slow week in toy news. This might be the quickest edition.
Well, we had all that wrestling, so it's kind of, it always balances itself out. Like we had so much wrestling, and then there's sometimes there's nothing going on in wrestling but toy news. Right. So
you're right. It all balances out. It's time for weekly purchases. DJ, I always let you go first, man. You got anything this week?
I did get something.
All right.
So special thanks to the Hot Take Kid. I got my version of Roddy.
Nice.
Black shirt and kilt.
I love that figure. I just opened mine last week, and my only complaint is that I wish the other Roddy Piper figures had a cloth kilt.
Yeah, right. So I think I picked the right time to jump in on a Roddy.
Yep.
And then from Pro Wrestling Tees. I got the Darby Allin TNT champ.
Nice.
Yep.
I've seen that pop up. Like I've actually seen that in stores a few times here and there. One of my targets has been putting out like new AEW figures like every other day.
Mine had it was all Britt Baker. Like it was like a whole whole section of Britt Baker.
I saw somebody post something about that. It might have been Figure Digger on Instagram, where it was just a whole it was honestly probably 20 Britt Bakers.
Yeah, same here.
And not one Chase.
Nope, not one.
So anything else?
That was it.
Anytime I see AEW figures on the pegs, man, I'm looking for a Chase. I'm not looking for anything but a Chase. I got a delivery from Ringside Collectibles. I got Hulk Hogan Survivor Series.
There he
figure
is.
The Hulk rules with his face is a little weird in this.
Yeah, but that's definitely in your strike zone.
Hell yeah. And then I got maybe one of the worst figures ever made, but I couldn't resist. The scan, I don't know if you can see how good you can see it, DJ, but the scan on this figure is just terrible.
It is.
But it is Bret Hart from Survivor Series 1996, where he had the orange.
I'm about to say, it looks like he's already been kicked in the face by Goldberg.
Where he has the orange trim on his tights, the pink chair. But I do have my JPD Customs stickers to go on over his glasses to make them look a little bit better. I still don't know if it can save the figure, but
save that scan.
If it can save that scan. And then I actually found this in store. My first in-store find in a long time. I love the Marvel vintage figures.
I do too.
And I got the Loki. They had the whole set. They had Storm, a bunch of others. I said, you know what? I'm just going with Loki. I'm going to keep it low key
on the Loki
and go with Loki. And then last but not least, this is after my week of not having any weekly purchases last week.
Right.
I also got another Hulk Hogan. I got this Hasbro. Very slowly getting my Hasbros, trying to complete my collection. The hard part is I have nothing. I have a couple cheap ones left, but most of them are super, super expensive. So I don't know how much further I'm going to go, but This popped up in a Facebook group and was able to snag them super quick. It's the shirtless Hulk Hogan, Hogan number 5 or from Series 5.
Right.
So I actually never had this one as a kid. I had I think I had Hogan 3 from when I was a kid, and Hogan 1, of course. Everybody had Hogan 1.
Yeah, the the hands like this.
Yeah, body slam, press, whatever you want to call it. So, and that is it, DJ, we're done with Walk That Toy Aisle.
Well, I mean, because both of us have children that we have to
save money for.
Yeah. So
yes, the holidays are coming. We might have to we might have to do a weekly segment and Walk That Toy Out of like deals that we find and stuff like that. So
hey,
with the holidays coming, you know, but
help the listeners out with either getting something for themselves or the smaller version of themselves.
That's right. I always buy myself a couple Christmas presents, you know, like you're doing all that. Yeah, you're doing all that hard work all year round, and you're doing all the like the shopping and stuff. It is a lot of hard work. You gotta take care of yourself.
A present last year, I wouldn't have gotten. No, that's not true. but you know, thanks to the pot, like my friends in the Fig Cave. But other than that, I wouldn't have got jack if I didn't.
Damn. All right, let's go to Falls Count Anywhere.
All right.
Falls Count Anywhere is where we talk about whatever we want. I don't know why I censored myself that time.
Yeah,
I censored myself the rest of the show. It's where we talk about everything we want, everything else we want outside of the toy aisle and outside of the world of wrestling. The new Stranger Things trailer dropped this week.
Nice.
Any thoughts on that, DJ?
Man, I'm ready. I'm just ready. Let's do it. Like, like they've been gone for a while. It's one of those shows that I'm like, you know, you watch the season finale and you go, please tell me there's another, you know? So, you know, Great writing, great acting, great action. I'm just happy they're back.
I agree. My kid actually loves Stranger Things more than I do. I'm not like I enjoy it, but it's not like, me and my wife really were into season 1. In fact, my wife was actually so into it that she had to stop watching it for a little while because she was like legitimately worried about the kids. This is kind of funny.
Oh man.
She was really, like,
they drew her in that much.
Yeah, she was having a hard time watching it because like the kid disappeared. She thought you don't really know what happened in the beginning. Right. So she thought, he got kidnapped and then all this. So she was like legitimately worried about these kids. She's like, I need to take a break from it. I'm like, oh my God, it's a show. Like, we're
the heroes. Okay. They'll be all right. Yeah.
She's like, she had to go like follow them on Instagram to convince herself that they were okay.
Like the NWO showing up to that show, the Nitro, and throwing Ray through the trailer and everything, and people calling the police.
Yeah. So I still give her a hard time about that every once in a while.
That's hilarious.
But I'm super stoked for it. I've actually been watching more and more of it here and there. Like my kid, he knows that the trailer dropped, so he's like excited to take it in and really and to watch it. So
right.
I'm excited for it. It's one of those shows that I've been waiting for it to come back. It obviously got screwed because of COVID.
Exactly.
And everything. So it'll be good to have that back. But Stranger Things. I don't think any other I feel like some other trailer dropped this week, but I know we talked about the Book of Boba Fett last week.
Right.
But I feel like there's something else, but maybe not. Maybe I'm
or just I guess I wouldn't say so much trailers came out, but more like we've gotten like I heard that the Spider-Man they're trying to prep us that the Spider-Man movie is going there's going to be some sad shit happening. Like they're like this is like they're going a little bit dark. So buckle up. This ain't going to be the happy-go-lucky Marvel movie that we're used to.
Right. Top 5 time. Let's talk. Right. We shouldn't call it the power rankings anymore because that's like I don't know. I think just calling it the run-in top 5 is a little bit better.
Yep.
So it is time for the run-in top 5.
Yes, sir.
This was DJ's idea. You got this from you said people being released and then going on and doing their thing,
Right.
in the world of wrestling, but it also applies to football because OBJ just got released, and
that's another thing. Yep.
And
D-Jax.
That's right. As of us recording this right now, neither one of them. Well, I don't think Deshaun Jackson signed with anybody yet, but
he's with the Raiders.
Oh, he did sign with the Raiders. Okay.
Yes, he showed up to the facility today to practice.
All right. But as of the recording of this, OBJ has not signed with anybody.
No. And cleared waivers at this point, right?
I thought that was kind of crazy that he actually cleared waivers. I thought for sure somebody would grab him, but I'm sure somebody just wants to.
They don't want that contract. Yeah,
exactly. Exactly where I was going with that.
We'll sign you for $1 million.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're going to go into the world of sports, and we are going to give our top 5 of the players who were released and then went
or let go for nothing. Like I think that counts as released in my opinion.
All right, yeah, fair enough.
Yep.
And then went on to do great things afterwards. So DJ, this was your idea. I'm a gentleman, man. I always let you go first. You go hit me with your number 5.
Number 5, Mark Messier to the Rangers.
Oh, okay. Look at you dropping your hockey knowledge.
Because I know, like when they broke up that Oilers team, people was like, "What the hell?" And then, well, Mark, he's a little old now. He can probably go to, and then next thing you know, he's holding a Stanley Cup. So hey.
Yeah,
how you like me now?
He did it. He called that Stanley Cup too.
Yep.
My number 5 is Dominik Hasek. He is one of the greatest goalies of all time.
I remember that.
And he was with the Blackhawks. He was with the he was with the Blackhawks. I think he was with the Devils too. Maybe not. Maybe it was just the Blackhawks. And then he went on to he was with the Blackhawks, and then in 1992 he went over to the Sabres and became one of the best goalies, like crazy style of play. Like he is not. You do not look at him and say, you don't show a kid video of him playing goal and saying, model your play after this guy, because it's just not traditional. And he killed it. He killed it in the Olympics.
Right.
So, and then he went on to play for the Red Wings and the Senators as well. But Dominik Hasek, that always was like, man, they let him go. Can't believe that. All right, DJ, who you got for number 4?
Will Chamberlain to the Lakers.
Oh, that's a good one. That is a very good
older
one.
People were like, all right, he had his time. The Lakers just kind of looking for a name. Like that's what they were thinking at that point. Like they're just kind of sell tickets, but nah, Wilt was trying to get a ring.
Yeah.
And get Jerry West. Jerry West, they kept going against the freaking Celtics, and something would always happen. Like it would be something like they would pull some kind of rabbit out of their ass every time. But this time they got Wilt and 72 Lakers, baby.
Yeah. That's a very, very good one. I'm going with for number 4, I'm going Kurt Warner.
Okay, that's a very good one.
Left the Rams. Wasn't he with somebody before the Rams too?
Well, before the Rams, he was doing groceries.
That's right. Yes. And CFL
groceries, literally. Yep. I think there's a movie coming out about it, by the way.
And then he went on to the Cardinals. The Rams let him go.
Yep.
And he actually went to the Giants for a season. Didn't do shit. And then he went to the Cardinals and won a Super Bowl. So, good for him. Even though he cries about the Patriots beating them. Oh no, they lost the Super Bowl. You're right. They lost to
the Steelers, right?
The Steelers. That's right.
Which was a hell of a Super Bowl. Though.
That was a really good Super Bowl.
Yep.
But he went on to have a great career. They thought he was washed up.
Career was just fine. Yeah.
And he killed it. So
I'd take that career.
Yeah, absolutely. Number 3, DJ.
All right, you'll probably so. In fact, the next 2 you're gonna love, but I have to give the credit where it's due. So Moss to the Pats.
Yep.
When he was on from the Vikings, so even when he was on the Vikings, people was like, and then the Raiders, of course, Al was like, well, he can go vertical.
Yeah.
So they picked him up on the Raiders, but we didn't have no quarterback at that point.
Yeah.
That was the problem there. And then for a couple vending machines, we sent them to the Pats. And then they went to the Super Bowl and damn near
broke
went
all
undefeated.
kinds of records.
Yeah. If it wasn't for Book of Eli, they would have been undefeated, and I would still be pissed off about it. But yeah,
my number 3 is Jaromir Jagr.
Okay.
He was like one of the greatest scorers. Played for the Penguins from 90 to 2001.
Yep. Him and Super Mario.
Yep. Then he went to the Capitals. Then he went to the Rangers. Story's not over yet. Then he went to Czech Republic and played. Right. Then he came back to America and played for the Flyers, the Stars, and the Bruins.
Damn.
And then he played for the Devils. Then he played for the Panthers.
He's like the Ricky Henderson of.
Then he played for the Calgary Flames. And now he's back over in the Czech Republic playing.
He's still playing?
He's still playing. Playing for a team that his dad owns.
Oh, okay. That actually
he's 49 years old and he's still playing. And like the Czech Republic League is like, I mean, it's probably a step down from the NHL, but it's still like super competitive.
I'm about to say that's still professional hockey.
Yeah, and he's 49 years old, and still like gets out for a morning skate and skates with like leg weights on and stuff like that. Dude is like incredible. Right. But the reason I picked him is like, yeah, a lot of guys could go from team to team to team like that. But every team he played for, he was producing.
Yeah,
for.
I'm about to say he's scoring every time. So
yep. So and it's just amazing. Like the Penguins obviously thought he was washed up, and then they let him go in 2001, and here it is 2021, and he's still playing. Like that's incredible. I know he's not playing in the NHL currently, but that's still like unbelievable. He's always been like I hated him when he was on Pittsburgh, but then he kind of went to some other teams. You hate these guys for a little while, and then they get older, and you're like, man, you got to respect them.
No, that's true.
And
that's definitely true. That's how I felt about Larry. Like, I used to hate him, but I was like, nah, he's really good.
And then he played for the Bruins, and I'm like, well, I can't hate him if he's playing for the Bruins. I actually loved him when he was on the Bruins. So.
Exactly.
He was my number 3. So who you got for number 2?
So again, like I said, you'll like both of the next two. So number 2 is one of the, I still don't forgive the Dodgers for doing this, but sending freaking Pedro Martinez when we had both of the Martinez brothers in the pitching rotation the year before.
Yep.
For no reason, at all. Let's just do something. Let's send this really great pitcher for nothing, for no reason. When you had him and his brother was right there in the rotation with Oral Hershiser and Rick Honeycutt and all those guys. Like we would, that was a World Series. Okay. That was a World Series that you just gave away. And Mike Piazza is the catcher. So yeah. So it's like, thank you for just giving, Red Sox all kinds of breaking curses and everything. So yeah.
It's funny is he was on that 2014, but that wasn't even his best year. 99 was hands down his best year. But I love Pedro. Hard not to like him. He's another one where it's like,
because he doesn't take himself so when the Yankees whooped his ass, right? And then he went to that press conference, and the Yankees are my daddy.
Wake up the Bambino, I'll drill him. Like he's got all kinds of quotable stuff.
Yeah, he really you're supposed to have fun, and he had fun, and that's why I'm like, I still gotta like the guy though.
My number 2, we already talked about a little bit, is Randy Moss.
Yep.
So we'll go right to your number 1.
Number 1, Jerry Rice to the Raiders.
Ooh,
the 49ers. So I get to make fun of the 49ers for a minute. I don't like the 49ers. And I get to laugh at them on this one because it's like, okay, you could have had Steve Young with another with Terrell Owens still growing and Jerry Rice. And you decided, I think we're done with the greatest wide receiver of all time.
That's.
So, and then they went on and had the Raiders go to the Super Bowl. So, just to show you, So,
mine's similar, but the opposite way.
okay.
It's Tom Brady to the Bucks, man. Patriots didn't want to pay him. They thought Belichick thought he was done or wanted to go in a different direction. And
It counts.
Sometimes
counts.
it's painful to see how good he's doing.
Right. No,
with the
it
Bucks.
counts.
But I still love him.
Definitely counts in this top 5. That definitely counts.
There's probably some that we missed, but that's the top 5 I could come up with.
Hit us up.
Let us know yours. I know Charles Andrew will slide into my DMs every once in a while to let me know. Let me know his.
I've gotten his, yeah.
Yeah. So you let me know.
I love it. I love the interaction. Hit us up.
Hell yeah. All right, guys. We do our football picks every week where we pick the Sunday night football game. And this week we all dropped a bomb. Our inner circle,
Jesus Christ.
Twitter, and Instagram.
At least it kept me in the lead.
Yeah, right now, before
let's all bomb together so I can still stay in the lead.
That's right. We all picked LA and they did not win. So this week it is Kansas City at Vegas. Kansas City not playing good right now. Kansas City is not playing good right now.
Well, I mean, at least they don't have guys running cars into people and
that's true.
Waving guns and threatening death.
Yeah, the Chiefs aren't playing good right now, but the Raiders aren't acting good.
No,
they're not acting
I guess that's to be expected. I guess
good human beings.
But geez, do it in a way where you'll stay on the team. Yeah. I'm a Raider fan. I don't mind you being a badass, but damn,
right?
So there's no way I'm picking against the Raiders, especially against Kansas City. There's no way. Yeah, but seriously, even football wise, like you said, like they're deep. The problem is Kansas City's defense. Like they're toilet paper.
Yep.
And then you have the Raiders, and then you're gonna like Deshaun Jackson's gonna be on the team now. Oh man, we'll get about 31 points on this.
I'm really torn on this one. Really torn.
Our defense ain't that much better, so I do realize that.
Yeah,
But we've been getting sacks though this year. Like there's nothing wrong with that defensive line. It's the back end that worries me. So if we can get him on the ground, Kelsey ain't been doing like I think the league is caught up to Kelsey. Like I'll say it.
I got him on fantasy, and I'm about ready to drop him.
Wow, just drop because nobody's going to trade you for him. So yeah.
Right. I'm also ready to drop Julio Jones. Julio Jones is just
he's old.
I was looking at his stats today.
Yeah, and that's a guy that won't be on our top 5 that we just did. He's done.
Yeah, he doesn't have a touchdown this season.
Nope.
He's only got one double-digit fantasy point game too, which is just crazy. Who do I want to pick for this game? I'm really procrastinating here.
There's 2 teams with not that great defense.
Yeah.
So whoever has the ball last this might be one of those classic whoever has the ball last wins.
I am gonna pick.
And is this for the AFC West? Like whoever wins this is
I think so, yeah. Yeah, because it's not Denver. It's not the Chargers.
Chargers are close, I know. But I think with them playing each other, I think this will give you a game up if I'm not mistaken.
I'm gonna pick. I am going to pick Vegas.
Wow, I've never thought I'd hear you say that.
That was hard for me to pick. But nope, I'm changing my pick. Kansas City. I'm going Kansas City.
I expected.
It's just hard. It's hard to pick against. It's hard to pick against Mahomes. Yeah, even though they're not playing.
I'm about to say he's not playing all that. If he goes out there and starts throwing them interceptions.
I'm not confident with my pick, but I'm going Kansas City. I can't pick the Raiders. I'm sorry, DJ. I'm sorry. I can't pick them. Moving right along, it is time to get into what we're watching. I finished Seinfeld today.
That had to be interesting.
If you're a dude, I was having this conversation with one of my buddies, who is a huge Seinfeld fan, and we were just kind of like reminiscing about the show and just kind of chatting it up. And there is a Instagram page that if you are a Seinfeld fan, you should definitely go follow. It is Seinfeld and Art History, and it's basically famous paintings with a Seinfeld quote that goes with it, and they are so good. It's the Instagram account is Art History Vandalay. Go check it out, and you will not be disappointed. But yeah, now I need to find another show to binge on Netflix or something. I'm so far behind on stuff. Like, I haven't gotten into Squid Game yet. I'm
that should be your there's your show.
I know. I really need to jump into that because it's only a few episodes. It's only one season. Like, bang it out, get into it, know what's happening for next season when
and
next
it's kind
season
of
drops.
Like,
yeah.
So you won't. I know it just seems like, man, but once it starts, you're like, oh wait, and every time you think they couldn't go any lower, they keep going. My kid. What
the hell was I gonna say? My kid. No. He wants to go see the new Venom movie, and we talked about.
Oh, that's right. I remember he said.
Yeah, I've been talking about that for like the last 3 weeks that we want to go see the new one, but I want to make sure we see the first one first. We haven't done that yet, so we've been busy. He's got hockey 4 days a week, and then baseball training. Winter training is about to pick up for baseball. So about to be 6 days a week. But I watched some old Attitude Era pay-per-views on the network or the Cock, and been watching some NHL hockey here and there. So other than that, though, just been playing some video games. Speaking of watching, watching old pay-per-views, we are going to do a watch along next week. We're going to record it. Not sure when it'll drop, but before Thanksgiving, because we're going to do 1991 Survivor Series. That is when Ric Flair takes on Hulk Hogan, or Hulk Hogan takes on Undertaker, and Ric Flair gets involved. We'll have
said he broke his neck.
Yeah, we'll have some fun with that. But and of course, I've been watching football. I make time to watch, although my kid had like an afternoon hockey game this past Sunday, so I didn't even get to watch the Patriots. But the things we do for our kids. DJ, what you been watching?
The fruit of your loins. So of course, football, like for the again, Sling TV. They got Red Zone.
Fubo does too.
So yeah, so I like how I remember that used to be expensive.
It's like $10 a month for Fubo, and you get a bunch of other networks included as well.
Exactly, same here. So yeah, so I'm glad that is made it affordable. Another Netflix show you might like if you haven't watched it, but they got new season just dropped is Big Mouth.
All right,
it's an adult cartoon, very adult cartoon. I'll say.
You know what? I think my wife was hanging out with our niece. And I think she sent me. It's a cartoon, you said, right?
Yes.
I think she sent me a clip or two of that.
Yes.
I think that's what it's called.
With some kids, and they're going through puberty. And
yes.
They got like their puberty monsters, and
yep.
Yeah.
That is that. I do want to watch that.
Voiced by some very good comedians, and it's just a scream. And Dexter.
That's right.
Season of Dexter started, and I saw the first episode, and it's they just it's like they put the band back together with whoever the writers are for this show. Because I was just wondering, I was kind of skeptical. I was like, how can they, how they ended it? How am I even gonna be interested? Kind of thing. And I was like, okay, you guys got me. So good writing trumps all every time.
Yeah, I've never seen Dexter.
Ooh,
it's a
that's
show
what you need to be. That's what
I was gonna say. It's a show I've been told I need to take in. So maybe I'm going to start. I think I'll do Squid Game because it's quick.
It's only one season.
I can probably bang that out before next week's show.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe I'll slide into Dexter. Dexter, is that on HBO Max?
Dexter is a Showtime show.
Fuck. Another subscribing service. So maybe that won't happen. We'll see.
Is Dexter on? Let's see. I think. Do you have Prime? Yeah. You have Prime. Yeah. So I think it's on Prime Video.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I'll try that.
At least the past, to get to the new stuff, which it'll take you a while anyway, because I think there's like 4 or 5 seasons of Dexter.
Okay.
So you got time
right.
to get to the new stuff.
All right. I will. I'm going to give myself homework here and bang out one of these shows before next week's episode. So
there you go.
That's it, guys. Super short episode this week, but that's all right. We got a watch along coming, as we talked about, within the next couple of weeks. We also mentioned some big stuff happening after the first of the year. We were working on some things, so make sure you stay tuned for that. And don't forget to check out the Fig Cave podcast. Their most recent episode is the one where I talk about my top 5 favorite Ric Flair figures. Don't forget, check out Figure Collections, their website, and their YouTube channel, of course. Homage, make sure you hit that link on our website. Kenny over at the Call Up, Buy Sell Trade Toys, Barrios Toys, Faces and Heels podcast. My friend Jesse has a new podcast all about Boston sports called Dos Padres. I'm actually going to be on that this coming week.
Nice.
That will drop Friday, I believe. They're on YouTube. Make sure you look them up. WrestleGeddon podcast, Coming Down the Aisle, Dirty Heels podcast, Turnbuckle Tavern. I'm going to be on that shortly next month. Buy Sell Trade Toys, as we talked about. You can use that code RUN10 for 10% off. Heroes Hideout has a bunch of stuff up for sale as well. We still have our discount code with them. It's RUN10 for 10% off. And you can follow us. Everything you need is over at runinpod.com. Guys, don't forget to please write a review on Apple Podcasts. Make sure you're subscribed. Help us out. Help us grow those numbers. We're just going to keep this thing rolling. Keep this train rolling. So help us out. Help us. Hit us with those retweets when we put the episodes out. Share it with your friends. Share it in your Instagram stories. Get it out there. Get it. Make it spread like syphilis. Let's go. Pro wrestling. What's that? Yeah, or herpes, whatever.
Well, see, at least herpes is forever. So hey.
I was gonna say that might be better. At least it goes away, comes back, goes away, comes back. You never get rid of it. So maybe we are the herpes of podcasts. YouTube.com/the Run In Podcast, ProWrestlingTees.com/RunInPod. Grab a shirt, grab a hoodie. You can follow us on Twitter at Run In Podcast. Instagram is at the Run In Pod. DJ.
So Twitter, Instagram, Twitch. Come see your Fig Night 27, FIGKNIGHT 27.
All right, guys. This has been yet another edition of the Run In Podcast. My name is Tommy Paradise.
It's your boy DJ, the Vigilante of Takes.
And we will holla at you next time. Adios, muchachos.
Raiders.